There we go. I know it. Well, what? Poor dumpling. I'm sorry this is happening. I'm sorry. The gang is starting to come. Here they come. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your patience in working with us on this. It is very frustrating and it's a bummer because we were all set up. I was quite happy with the way things were working before. All these new problems, though, I just don't know what to do about them. So hopefully this will work. There we go. So this is our new little girl. She's warming up. She was super frightened to get out of the truck. I was glad I wasn't live streaming, although it would have been fun for you guys to watch. But yeah, I wouldn't have known what to do with the camera. One day wouldn't it be fun to get a volunteer or somebody here to tag around with a camera one day? And then that way you could watch what's going on while I'm hands-free. And that way you would be able to see more. There we go. All right. You feel better? It's nice and cool in here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Heather Becker's going to get you all hooked up. Poor Abby's going to have to crawl through the doggy door to get your area clean for a couple days. And then you'll be moved. Yeah, that's what you'll be. Then you'll be moved. Good girl. Boy, so pretty. The dog that I was trying to catch yesterday is not caught yet. They did not see her last night. I am going to try to drive back out there this afternoon. I wasn't expecting this dog to come in, obviously, because she came in from animal control. But so that'll hold me up a little bit. But I have full intentions of going out there this afternoon and seeing if she might be out. But I'm worried. I'm really worried about her now because we didn't see her yesterday while I was out there, and then last night they didn't see her again. I'm hoping maybe she found, because there are a few houses, now that I was out there in the daytime, there are some houses out there that maybe she could take refuge at. It would be really nice if somebody took her in. But poor Dumpling, poor little girl. Or boy, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, but poor little one. They do have parvo. The 3 at the vet, unfortunately, one passed away last night, and the other 2 are very, very ill, so they could use your prayers. Right now, I have chosen to leave them there. As everyone knows who follows me, normally I take care of the parvo puppies myself, but because we brought over all the dogs from the shelter, I don't have any places to put these dogs. That's why when these ones came, I thought I was going to have to board somebody, but then I was like, okay, Anastasia is leaving, and so I moved Anastasia to the hallway of the gray building because she'll be gone Friday morning. And then this little girl I put down here. So I was able to move everybody around so that I could get her in, because I really don't want to put any dogs over at the shelter. We've just got that closed up. Abby was over there and has thoroughly cleaned the buildings, and so it's basically shut down over there. So I'm gonna go for it and just try to keep everybody over here, because that's what's gonna be best in the long run. We still need to get our numbers down, and so we still have to be careful on what we do until we get through this transition period. Good girl. Yes, you are. You're a good girl. Yes, we need prayers for those parvo babies. I don't know what could have happened. I wish that I took all 6 of them last week, but I didn't want to overcrowd us. I didn't really have a spot for them. I understood that it was an emergency for them to get the puppy out of there, and I said, well, how about if I take 3, and then you could take care of the other 3 and bring them in the following week. So the 3 they brought here are doing fine. I mean, they're doing well, knock on wood somewhere. So they're not showing any signs of being sick. So one would think that the 3, and actually what I would have thought would have had, hold on, I looked, Heather Brecker's out on the deck. So I would have thought the 3 that were, there we go, at our place would have been more susceptible to parvo than the 3 that stayed at their place, because parvo can be brought out by stress. And the 3 that remained behind, I actually wasn't even concerned about, because I was like, okay, so the 3 that are left behind still have the mother and the father there. They have the owners. I mean, I'm talking about their 4-legged mother and father. All their pals, they're in the environment that they've grown up in, and they're not stressed. And so now the 3 that we brought here, were in a new environment. They were petrified. They were the 3 that were the most timid. The 3 that they kept were the most social. So the fact that the 3 that they kept got parvo, and the 3 that we didn't, knock on wood.
So I said to keep them quarantined though for another week.
Okay. Yeah, definitely will.
The extra cautious.
Right? I can't explain it. It's weird. That's way better. Thank you, Heather. Heather put a tarp up because they were definitely having extreme problems fighting back and forth. So now what we're gonna do is put shavings back here so that she can come out here and go potty and have this as her living space. And this is actually, we're doing all this for she's only gonna be here a couple days. Maybe Friday or Saturday, then we'll move her. But I'd rather do it this way than have her go to defecate out in the yard, and then I'm gonna have an ongoing parasite problem. As long as we can keep the yard with dogs in it that don't have parasites, then we should be good, and so far, that's what's been happening. So, since she's brand new, and we don't know if she has parasites yet, but chances are, if she's been a stray, then she probably does, then I'd want to keep her up on this, and I want to keep her up on that, and keep all the parasites where we can kill them. Rest in peace, parasites. Peace be with you. Yeah, I feel so bad for those puppies. I think to myself, if I had have brought them here, then they'd probably be fine. Like the 3 that we're doing, at least I would hope. But I don't know if you were on the stream yesterday when they brought the pups. Were we streaming yesterday when they brought them, Heather?
What?
Were we streaming yesterday when they brought the pups?
No, you were on you were out trying to use them.
I was on a mission. So yeah, okay, so then I was thinking, since we stream everything, I thought it was on a stream, but it's not. So when they came yesterday, I was actually on my way to go to find the other pup, the other dog. And Heather Becker called me and she said, Diane, she goes, they're here with the 3 puppies, but they're very, very ill. They're not doing good. They're sick, especially one in particular. So I turned around. I said, okay, I'll be right there. I hadn't gotten very far. So I turned around and drove back. And the first thing I did was gave the sickest one a parvo test, because I didn't even let him take them out of the car. We have too many puppies here and everything to put anything at risk. So while they had the pups, and they're not puppies, they're actually tweenies. They, I'm thinking about it. She says, they're tweenies, which means they're probably like 6-7 months old. So, it's odd, and it's a shame that they didn't get their shots when they were babies, because that would have prevented this. And again, another reason why I wouldn't have thought the 3 that they kept would have gotten parvo. But, so, the parvo test that I ran on the pup was a very faint positive. So I had called the vet's office and I told them what was going on. Look, we've got puppies that are just coming in. They're acting sick, lethargic. And I gave them a parvo test. It's a faint positive. Could you check them and see what's going on? So they never even got out of the car here at the rescue. They went straight to the Berryville Vet Clinic and got checked. And she did some other test to verify, some blood test or something, and they did test positive for parvo at that point, or parvo-like symptoms. And so they kept him there. And unfortunately, the sickest one passed away last night. So didn't even survive the first 12 hours, poor dumpling. And then the other 2 are actually doing terrible, was what the update I got. The other 2 are doing terrible. So unfortunately,
A little better, actually.
a little better now?
Yeah, so they weren't as bad as this one.
Okay, good. So they're turning around a little bit. So they both really need your prayers. Still skittish. She wants to. Yeah. Anyway, zip, 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 zip. Yeah, you're still skittish. Poor dumpling. I normally bring parvo puppies here to take care of them, but since we are so cramped, are you in agreement with my decision?
Yeah, so I said it was best to keep them there anyways.
Okay. Okay, good. I thought she when I texted her last night, I thought she would have wanted me to have them out of there.
No.
That's the way most,
I called her on my way to football because she was at soccer.
okay.
Because the clinic doors were actually open. And I was like, hey, your clinic's open. By the way, how about our parvo dogs? And she was like, they're the best thing can be. They're better there. She gave them all their fluids, all their medicine that they needed for the night. She didn't think that one was going to make it.
It was looking pretty tough.
Yeah.
It
And
was,
then when Tori also said she didn't think it was going to make it. So
you know, the one that was so sick when it arrived, when they get so dehydrated, they start to have a feel of like leather. And when I was giving it the parvo test, it was already feeling like it was that dried out. The poor baby. And you want her to put something in there? So, yeah, I'm so used to vet clinics wanting me to take them back home and take care of them myself that I felt bad leaving them there. So I texted her and said, do you want me to come and get them? I could figure something out. I was so relieved when she said, no, they're fine. I was like, and I don't mind taking care of parvo pups, and I will do it, but we are overcrowded, and it is best that they stay in the clinic. And I was so thrilled when she agreed and didn't want us to send them back here. So anyway, they're there at the clinic, and the two are fighting for their lives. Hence the tarp. No. There's a door there. So that's a solid door, so we didn't need to put the tarp. And what's happening is they can see each other right here. Now, I know you guys are causing trouble, you are. Oh, Joyce. We're going to have to put a little slip of sheet or something right here so that you can't see each other. Yeah, and this is the one place that isn't double, but they can't fit their noses through there. But, yeah. That's why the tarp is up. She doesn't need to get all fired up. Let's give her a puppy for now, assuming that she's pregnant and needs the extra food for her babies. Hey, I see you. That's a bad habit to get into. No, that's a bad habit. That's bad habit. At least she's very responsive. Oh, she said no. I guess I better not. Food. Nah, she doesn't look like any stray that I've ever seen. If she's a stray, she's a brand new stray. Anyway, so, yes, please say a prayer for the two parvo puppies that are fighting for their lives. Especially since one died, it's definitely what's the word, virulent strain? Poor dumplings.
I'm gonna go grab a piece of 2x6.
Okay,
That should cover that little spot.
thank you. Leather Becker's all over it. Now she's starting to feel. You're starting to feel more confident, aren't you? No. Milo, May. Milo. Why, huh? What's up, Mom? Can we help you? Come here. Come on back in here. They're all just getting used to each other. They all bark at each other when they first start coming in. Milo, May. What are you doing? We're just welcoming the new girl. Boy, somebody did a number on that door, huh? Oh, dear. Look at how nice and neat Milo and May's room is. Why do they got shavings in their bed, Diane? Because they chew the bedding. May chews the bedding and eats it. And then it gets caught in her intestines. So they don't get sheets and blankets. It's May's fault. It's for their own safety. What? You look much happier now. Well, I think what I'll do from now on is start the live streams on the other platform and maybe run it for 10 minutes or so, and then switch over to this platform, and we'll see if we could start gradually moving over. I think you're gonna be a very happy dog once you get used to it. You seem like it. And then that way everybody will slowly transition over. I won't stop the other platform completely because we're too established there. But we can't. It seems like everything we do, we're getting flagged for right now. And I guess it's an ongoing problem for others as well. But how do you combat being flagged for having crickets in the background? I mean, that's a way of life here. You're quite full of yourself. You're a total healer. Yeah, you are. You are a healer through and through. You're a nice girl. Not a nice girl, but yeah, you're a healer through and through. She says, that's me, all right. I'm a farm dog. Well, that's what's the best that she could come up with. That for what she was going back and she was checking on what we were flagged for. She goes, Diane, all I hear is crickets. All I hear is your woodland sounds. And again, we were flagged for yesterday's stream. I think the only thing on the yesterday's stream was when I forgot and I went near. But I only did it once before I remembered, and she said it didn't have anything to do with that because it wasn't because they tell you what areas that they flag you on. They give you a timestamp, and then you go back and you look at that and you see what was going on. She goes, I checked all the timestamps. All I ever hear is crickets. And the song that they said that we did copyright infringement on, the name of the song was Stella. And it was like this new age song that was mostly drums and just instruments. I'd never heard of it. I heard it before. So yeah, the whole thing is crazy. You're beautiful. Look at that smile. You know, you remind me of, you know who she reminds me of? Little Bear. Anybody recognize that face? Were you agreeing, Heather? Yeah. Says she reminds me of Little Bear. I hope your personality is just like Little Bear when you come out, because Little Bear, she was a sweet dog. But that's what you remind me of, Dumpling. You remind me of Little Bear. When you watch her, when she looks up at us and smiles, you see if you see Little Bear's face. Gail Marcus thought so. Hey, Blue. You know, maybe it was because we had a stagnant image yesterday. I don't know. I just don't know. Period. Simply, I don't know. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy Diet liked McLean's video. That was a fun video. She looks awfully healthy.